Hello, everyone. It's time for us to go ahead and begin our lesson today. Today we're going to talk a little bit about car buying. So it's time for us to go ahead and begin our lesson. So if you'd like to join me here in the Hangout, I'm here and I'm ready. I look forward to seeing you here and having you participate in the lesson. Okay, very good. Looks like we have Hannah so far. Hello, Hannah. How are you doing today?
Hello, thank you. I'm fine. What about you?
Oh, I'm doing just fine today. Thank you very much for asking. It's nice to have you here in class once again. So tell me, how have you been?
Could you repeat, please?
Yes, how have you been?
On last class, or I can understand. Sorry.
Okay. Well, I just mean since the last time we met in class.
Ah, okay.
Uh-huh.
It was really good. I liked this lesson so much. Really.
Okay, very good. Okay, so has anything new happened for you? I think I haven't seen you in maybe a week. I was on vacation.
No, I didn't have vacation, but I didn't have any time for join the classes.
Oh, okay. Well, that explains it. I actually went on vacation, so that's why you didn't see me. I needed to take a break. It was a wonderful vacation.
Oh, it's so good.
Yes, definitely. Okay, very good. Well, let's also welcome Anna to class. Hello, Anna. Welcome. How are you today?
Sorry, I'm fine. And you?
Oh, I'm doing just fine today. Thank you very much for asking. So, Anna, please introduce yourself.
My name is Anna. I'm 58 years old. I'm from Spain. I live in Seville, a beautiful city.
Okay. All right, that sounds beautiful. So, what makes your city beautiful?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Okay. Why is your city beautiful?
Oh, yes, because it has a lot of magnificent monuments, a great parks place. It has an area called Barrio Santa Cruz, which is more traditional.
Okay. All right. So, it seems like there are a lot of historical buildings. Is there much to do outside? Are there mountains and rivers and lakes?
Oh, yes, the river is Guadalquivir, very well known in all region. Um, 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 it has all buildings like cathedral or, for example, La Giralda or Torre del Oro, which was built by I don't know how do you say by Moros, by Moriscos. I don't know.
Moors.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. Well, it definitely sounds like an interesting place. Do you get you so you get a lot of tourism in your city?
Yes, all summer, above all, there are many tourists because it's a well-known city. All people like visiting this city because it's more interesting.
Okay. All right. Nice. So when you want to go on vacation, do you just stay in your city or do you go to another city or country?
What I like most is go out on the beach.
Ah,
Very near of my city, for example, Punta Umbría and Huelva, other city of Andalusia.
okay. All right. Very good. Well, thanks so much for sharing with us. Okay. Yeah, I'm from a city, and there aren't that many historical buildings. There are some. We do have some rivers here. People like to do outdoor sports in the rivers. They like to go kayaking. Some people like to go fishing in the lakes. Um, I don't live near an ocean with my hometown, but it's a nice place if you like to go to the theater or if you like to go see a movie or enjoy outdoor concerts. This is definitely a good place to be. All right, very good. Well, okay, let's see. It looks like we have some other viewers as well. So I just want to remind everybody that it is time for us to go ahead and get started. So if you'd like to join our lesson today, by all means, come on in and join us in the Hangout. All right, well, as you saw in the class description, today we're going to talk a little bit about buying cars. Okay, so first of all, let me ask you this question. Hannah, have you ever purchased or bought a car?
Yes, I bought a new car. Mm, uh, 5 months ago, because the other one doesn't didn't work anymore.
Oh, okay.
I bought a little car, um, which is very cheap.
Okay, okay. All right, well, good. Sounds like you got a pretty good car then, something that you can afford.
Yes, I can afford other kind of car, because at home we have three cars. Three cars.
Okay.
I didn't expect that my old car doesn't work.
Mhm.
I have to buy my new car unexpectedly.
Okay. All right. Well, that happens. That just happened to my mother. She had to buy a car, and she was not expecting to do that right now. But okay, well, we're going to continue to talk about that. Let's talk to Hannah. Hannah, have you ever purchased a car?
No, actually, I have never purchased a car, but my parents did this. I mean, but I guess in the future I will do this, and yeah, I will do this. Just
Oh, okay. Okay, good. So this will be a good
I
discussion
have
for you.
to. I mean, how can I say? Um, okay, I don't know. How can I say? Sacrifice money. I don't know. Not sacrifice. How can I say? Make more money
Uh-huh. Mhm.
for buying this kind of thing.
Okay, so you have to save more
Oh,
money.
safe, yes, safe.
Yeah, good. Okay, good. Thanks for sharing that with us, Hannah. Okay, and let's also welcome Jose to class. Hello, Jose, welcome.
Hi, Carissa. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Good. So, Jose, have you ever purchased a car?
Yes.
Okay. So tell us about the car that you purchased.
Yes, my actually car is a an Toyota Corolla,
Okay.
and I bought the car at about 2 years ago,
Mhm.
and I feel very comfortable with the bike because the car is very economy and and I think that was a very good buy.
Okay, good. So you got a Toyota Corolla. It was very economic. Okay. Thanks for sharing with us, Jose. All right, very good. So it looks like at least two of our students have purchased cars before. And one, Hannah, is thinking about purchasing a car in the future. Okay, now what I want to do is share my screen with you, and so you can take a look at the lesson that I've planned for you today. Okay, so here's my next question. I'd like you to tell me what you need to know before you buy a car. All right, so we want to get some ideas. I'm going to go ahead and type them here on the screen for us. All right, so Jose, since you have purchased a car, I'd like you to tell us a few things. What do you need to know before you buy a car?
And probably, obviously, the price of the car, obviously,
Okay.
then probably of the agent, and if this economic in consuming full in gas.
Okay.
The support.
Right. So miles per gallon.
Yeah,
Okay. So how we call that MPG.
and the support of the agency.
Okay. Don't quite understand that. Tell me a little bit more about that.
What kind of service support
Okay.
the car agency can give me.
Right. Okay. So let's try. I'm sorry. Let's try maintenance history or service history. So maintenance. All right. So let's say
Okay.
maintenance or maintenance. Okay. Let's try our service history. Let's try that. All right. Good. So our
Okay.
service history. Very good. All right. Nice. Okay. So let's talk a little bit more about that, and let's have Anna. Anna, what other things do you need to know?
The car spent less gasoline.
Okay, so if it spends less gasoline, okay,
Um,
explain a little bit more about that. What do you mean when you say that it spends less gasoline?
um, the consume was lower,
Mm.
lower consume of gasoline.
Okay, all right. So let's see. That's here with our miles per gallon, and we can call that, maybe we could call that gas consumption. Okay.
Okay.
Right. So you want to know like how many miles you can go for 1 gallon of gas. So we call that our miles per gallon, our MPG. Okay, good. So your gas consumption. What else, Anna?
Well, but I don't know so much about the car because it's my husband um, who um, indicate me the more convenient car that I need.
Okay. All right. Good. So it's usually something that your husband does. All right. So this will be a good lesson for you because you're going to get some more vocabulary, and you'll be able to talk about car buying with your husband in English. So that'll be awesome. Good. All right. So let's ask Hannah. Hannah, what else do you need to know before you buy a car?
Which color do you prefer more? I mean,
Okay.
you have to
Good.
decide which color do you want more. I mean, what color, kind of color, yes, and how is it your economical situation, and which kind of brand you can afford to buy.
Mhm. Good. So how much money you have and what kind of car you can afford to buy. All right, very good. Excellent job. Yeah, those are some good things that you need to know before you buy a car. Nice. All right, let's talk about a few more things that you can find out about your car before you purchase it. All right, before we do that, let's welcome Aka to class. Hello, Aka. How are you doing?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Oh, doing just fine, Aka. All right, Aka, so what other things can you think of? What else do you need to know before you buy a car, Aka?
For me, it's I just bought the second-hand car, so the condition of the cars and how many miles or kilometers that car had already been driven, maybe. Yeah, this kind of thing is important.
Okay, now why is that important to you, Aka? How many miles or the mileage that a car has?
Because usually there are kind of cars which was driven uh, long kilometer or miles. Uh, some parts have to be changed or it's not a good condition actually.
Okay, all right, excellent job. Okay, well, let's move on. Let's talk about something else that you might need to know um, about the car. Okay, so some of you said that you need to know what kind of car you like or want. Okay, so let's get some vocabulary here. All right, so here we have 2, 4, 6, 7 different types of cars. All right, first of all, let me ask you your preference. All right, Aka, since you said you just bought a used car, tell us what type of car do you like? What body type? I'm sorry, Aka, we couldn't quite hear you. Would you mind repeating what you said? What type of car do you
Sorry,
like?
sorry. I didn't say it was me. So I didn't think it was me. Sorry. So sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Among this picture, I think cup coupe. But maybe sedan. Yeah. Sedan is the most usual car style, and hopefully not a long tail sedan. It's easy to park.
Ah, okay, so that's important to you that your car be easy to park.
Yes. It's because some place here is parking lot is very narrow.
Mm-hmm.
So if I drive a big car, it's very difficult to park.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. All right. So, okay, so what's the difference? What's the difference between a sedan and a coupe?
Yeah, I don't know exactly. The coupe, the rear seat of the coupe is no rear seat or the small rear seat. That's a coupe.
Okay, so you have less seating in the back. All
Back
right.
seat. Sorry, I mean the back seat. Yes.
Okay. All right. Good. All right. Let's see. Jose, can you tell us anything else that's different between a sedan and a coupe?
Yes, I think that the coupe is a little smaller, and then they have it have only two doors, and the sedan most of the time they have four doors.
Okay, true. Okay, so the coupe, all right, so the E on the end just modifies the U. Okay, so that would just be a coupe. You're right, so a coupe usually has two doors. That's right, where a sedan could have either two doors or four doors. Okay, good, good. All right, now let's see. Hannah, what type of car do you like?
For more than a 2 person, I like 7. For 2 person, I like coupe.
Okay, all right. So, do you think, Hannah, that which type of car on here of the 7 cars, which car would be best for a family? Maybe a family of 4 or 5.
4, 5, I guess. SUV, maybe. I don't
Oh,
know. I don't like vegan or something like this. I don't like. That's why I choose CUV. I don't know how can I pronounce it.
okay. All right. So the first car there, that's an SUV.
SUV.
Okay. So why don't you like the wagon?
I don't like how they look. How they look like. How they look. How they look. I don't know.
Okay, so you don't like how they look.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, good. So you prefer the SUV. All right, since we're talking about the SUV, that's really an acronym. Okay, can anyone tell me what the letters mean? SUV? What do those letters stand for? SUV.
Sport utility vehicle.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, good. So a sports utility vehicle. That's right. So they tend to be a little bit more on the rugged side. Some of them, people like to take them if they're driving in the mountains or if they have rough roads to drive over. Sometimes people prefer an SUV. Okay, very good. All right, students, I'd like to welcome Jesus to class. Hello, Jesus, welcome. Okay, now we weren't able to hear you, Jesus. Please check your microphone to make sure that it's plugged in good and make sure that you have it on. Jesus, try your microphone again for me. Okay, all right. Okay, oh, you don't have a headset, so you'll be listening. Okay, very good. Welcome to class, Jesus, nonetheless. All right, let's talk with Anna. Anna, what type of car do you like and why?
What I like most is a kind of sedan that it was what I had before a new car because I think that is more secure on road that the little cars or for example the kind of wagon because I think that this kind of car are more insecure.
Okay. All right, so size of the car is important to you.
The most important is sedan. Is what I like. I like most.
Okay, so you would like a sedan. All right, very good. All right, let's talk about a different type of car. All right, so I'm going to go and change the slide. Give me 1 second. Oops, let's see. All right, there we go. All right, so let's first talk about hybrid cars. Okay. All right. Let's see. Jose, what can you tell me about a hybrid car?
Well, I think it's a car that you can put it on gasoline or gas. It's a type of car that is difficult to use in countries that we don't have that type of car. Like my country, I live in El Salvador, was probably complicated to use one of these. But I think that it's a type of car that is necessary to use because all the I don't know how to say when you make smoke to the atmosphere.
Okay, so we can call those car fumes. So you emit less fumes into the air, we could say. Okay, so
Okay.
all right, so you have, or that you have less car emissions. Okay, good. That's right. So you have less pollution in the air, we could say.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
good.
Sorry, can I ask you a question?
Yes, please.
Hybrid cars is like electric cars.
Ah, very good. Yes, good. So it's part gasoline and part electricity. All right, so you have two options. You could either plug it in and or use gasoline or fuel.
Okay, okay.
What do you think about that, Anna? Do you think that's a good idea?
I don't know anything about this kind of cars. I think that it could be more appropriate for I don't know how do you say medio ambiente.
For the environment?
Environment, yes, is more appropriate for environment this kind of car, but in my opinion, and nowadays there are few car, they are expensive.
Okay. All right, very good. Thanks for sharing your opinion. Eka, what's your opinion of hybrid cars?
Yes, I think the kind of environmentally friendly issue is debatable because, even though it can be moved by electricity, but electricity generate electricity, sometimes we use fuel, kind of fossil fuels.
Fossil
Like,
fuels.
yeah. So it releases CO2 or other chemicals to the air. Even if it is kind of nuclear energy power plant, it causes another serious damage to the environment. So maybe I don't know whether it is truly environmentally friendly or not.
Okay, so you're doubtful. Okay, all right. And finally, let's ask Hannah. Hannah, what do you think about hybrid cars?
It's a hard question because I wasn't here right now and I didn't hear what did say another people, and I don't know this kind of car, what they have, uh, which kind of advantages and which kind of disadvantages they have. I cannot say anything. I cannot do any comments about this car.
Okay, no problem. All right, well, let's go ahead. I'd like to show you another slide. And let's see. I'd like you to take a look at the cars on the left. Okay, they all have something in common. And then the cars on the right-hand side, they all have something in common. All right, so let's see if we can figure out what those things are. All right, okay, Eka, what do you think is the difference between the cars on the left and the cars on the right?
Left. I think left is not cars are not a second hand, correct? And
Right.
yeah.
Okay, so if the cars are not second hand, what word could we use to describe those cars? If they're not second hand, then they are,
New model.
yeah, that's right, they're new cars.
Okay. New cars. Okay.
But you have you have two vocabulary words there that are very good. So, Eka, when you say second hand, what do you mean, second hand?
That's used cars.
Good. Good. So you can say either one. You could say second-hand cars, or you could say used cars. You could also say pre-owned cars. Yeah. So if a car has been owned before, you could call it a pre-owned car. Okay, very good. So there's three different ways to talk about cars that are not new: second-hand, used, or pre-owned. Okay, so one thing that you will notice usually about used cars, sometimes they'll have a sign in the window, like the sign you see on the right-hand side, for sale. All right, so tell me some of the things you can see in that sign. Okay, so Jose, tell me what you can see on the sign on the right-hand side at the top. What kind of information is there?
Well, the price, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Then probably they are on the newspaper, and they maintain or this car probably was a rebate, like the sign says, and probably those cars are difficult to sell, and then they put it in rebate. I don't know. I think that's the idea that the picture says.
Okay, all right, good, good. All right, now there is some more information there. So you talked about the price, the fact that it's for sale. Anna, what other information can you see on this sign?
Sorry, I don't know what you ask me.
Okay, what information can you get or do you see on this sign? The sign on the right at the top, what information do you see on the sign?
Well, for sale is a possible slogan, number phone, price, kind of car that they buy.
Okay, good, good. So you mentioned the phone number, that's right, and then the kind of car that you're buying. Okay, good. Very good. All right, let's see if we can glean any more information off of that sign. Hannah. Hannah, what other information do you see on that sign?
I see also information um, about year in
Uh-huh.
which this car was mm, made was
Right.
or made just made.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, I cannot see more. I see something that they brought something with blue letters and red, but I cannot see this.
Okay, all right. And finally, let's ask Eka. What information do you see on that sign, Eka?
Yes, and maybe the brand, the car brand, name of the brand of the cars,
Mm-hmm.
and the company name of
Okay.
this second-hand cars company.
Okay.
And I see some small letters. I couldn't
Yes.
figure
Okay.
them.
I promise you this isn't a vision test. Sorry about that. Okay, so what you see the mileage at the bottom. All right,
Uh-huh.
so the mileage refers to how many miles or kilometers the car has. Okay, so when you hear that word mileage, that's what that means. All right, and then they have their email on the sign as well. So you can either call them by phone or you can contact this person by email to inquire further about the car. Okay, very good. Okay, so that helps us to get some more additional vocabulary. Okay, so we have new cars, and we also have used cars, or as Eka calls them, and it's not bad to call it this, second-hand cars. Okay, more often you'll see used or what we also call pre-owned cars. Okay, very good. Let's move on. Let's talk a little bit more about some other helpful vocabulary when you are buying a car. Now, a few of you have mentioned the brand of car or the kind of car. All right, here's some important vocabulary. On that sign, you saw the year of the car, okay? But you also saw what we call the make and model. Okay, the make refers to the company that actually makes that car. Okay, so you can call it maybe like the name brand. All right, so I give you an example here, Honda. Okay, maybe you have Honda in your country, or maybe you have other makes. Okay, the model is the kind of Honda it is, because under the Honda name, they make Accords and they make other kinds of cars as well. But they have the same first name, Honda, and we can say their last name is the model, which is an Accord. All right, so let's talk about some popular makes and models in your country. All right, Eka, how about we start with you? Can you tell us a popular make and model of car in your country?
Make means maker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Toyota, Nissan, Honda, maybe they are the big three. And nowadays, Nissan's Note is popular, and I don't know Toyota, but I'm not interested in cars so much. So, Prius, I don't know. Prius is from Toyota. I don't know, but
Okay, so you said a Nissan North, is that right?
Nissan Note. Sorry, my pronunciation. Note.
Oh, Note, N-O-T-E?
Yes,
Okay, a Nissan Note, and you also said a Toyota Prius.
Prius.
Okay, all right, good. So
And
so the make.
German cars and Volvo are very popular, but they are very expensive here.
All right, good. So the make is a Volvo, and then you'd have to, if you were going to buy a Volvo, you'd have to know the model as well. Okay, good. So basically, those three pieces of information are important: the year, the make, and the model. All right. Okay, I'm going to also ask Anna. Anna, what is a popular make and model in your country?
Well, I remember B&B is the most the most popular, but the most expensive. Nissan, Chevrolet, Toyota, Ford. Um, mm, I don't know.
Okay, good. You've given me some good ones. All right. Now, let's talk about the little car that you just bought. Okay, what is the make and model of that car?
My makeup model is Ford Ka.
Oh, okay, it's a Ford.
K-A.
Ah, okay.
K-A.
All right, a Ford.
Okay, Ford Ka is okay.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Good. All right. So now, if you could also include the year.
And this year is totally new.
So it's a 2014.
2014.
All right, good. So the way you could say that would be, let's put it in a complete sentence. So I have a 2014 Ford Ka. Try that sentence for me.
Yes, I have 2014 Ford Ka.
Ah, beautiful. All right, so I'm going to ask Jose. Jose, um, wh what make and model do you trust?
Making the Toyota Corolla is one of the cars I suppose as very very, I don't know the word, that I trust.
Okay. All right, good. So you could say that I trust. Okay. You could say the Toyota Corolla is a reliable car. All right,
Right.
as well. Okay, but if you say that I trust, that lets us know that you personally believe in that car. You trust it.
Okay.
Okay, excellent job. All right. Okay, good. So let's also ask Hannah. Hannah, tell us about a popular make and model in your country.
Mm, uh, a popular make is it 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 is BMW
Mm-hmm.
and also Mazda, not also Mazda and Toyota, I guess. There is three uh, make make three make
Makes? Uh-huh.
mhm, three makes.
Uh-huh. Good. All right. Now, what about a model?
If be honest, I cannot recognize model because I don't know. I'm not so good in model cars.
Okay, no problem. Okay, but now you're aware of the two words in English. Okay, so we have our make, who makes it, and the model is the type of car it is. Okay, very good, very good. Nice job. So that's some helpful information. All right, let's go ahead. We still have a few more minutes in class. All right, let's talk a little bit about pricing. Okay, so here I have some helpful vocabulary on the board. All right, so I've got the asking price. Okay, so let me get your idea. So when you see this expression, asking price, what do you think that might be? Who can tell me?
Negotiating price.
Okay, all right, any other ideas? What would be the asking price? Take a guess, even if you're not sure. What do you think the asking price might be? Okay. All right. So let's go back to what Eka said. Eka, you said the negotiating price. All right.
Maybe I made a mistake. Probably it's a kind of a make a request for the price.
All right. Okay, good. So really what that asking price is, it's the price or the amount of money that you want for the car. So let's say that I am selling a car. The price that I am asking for, so let me just make up a number. Maybe I can say I have a 19, or no, let's not say 19. Let's say a 2010 Honda Accord. I'm just going to give you an example. So I have a 2010 Honda Accord for sale. The asking price is, I'm just going to make up a number here. I'm going to say $12,000. Okay, that's my asking price. That we could also say that the asking price is like the starting price. Okay, so that's where the price that we're going to start at. Okay, here is the next term, a fair market value. Okay, now what do you think the fair market value would be?
I think it could be a current value in the market when the car is second hand, for example.
Yes, very good, exactly. Okay, so usually when you are looking for a car, you check the fair market value. Okay, so you want to know in the market what is a good price for this type of car that I want. Okay, so let's say that the FMV, all right, the fair market value for this car that I'm selling, let's say that the fair market value is, let's say it's $13,000. It's around $13,000. Okay, so on the market, that's what it sells for. Now, I'm asking for $12,000. Okay, now let's move down to our best offer. Now, what do you think the best offer is? What does that term mean? The best offer, what do you think?
Best offer. I think that when you have more than one offer for your car, and then you have the best offer for it. I don't know. I think.
Very good. That's a great idea. All right. So let's say that Eka and Anna and Hannah are interested in my car, my 2010 Honda Accord. Okay. The market price again is $13,000, and I'm asking $12,000. All right. So Eka, what offer could you make me? Make me an offer.
Yeah, I think it's a good price. It's lower than the fair market value, but it's not affordable for me. Could you press on a bit?
Okay, make me an offer.
Make you offer.
Yes,
That
make me
means
an offer. That means, so you don't want to pay $12,000. How much can you pay?
how about 10?
Okay, so your offer is $10,000. So I'm going to write that here. So Eka is offering me $10,000 for this car. Okay, Anna, how much can you offer me for my car?
I think that it would be $9,000.
Okay, so you're offering me $9,000. Okay, all right, and then let's see. Jose, I'm sorry, Jose's not in the running. Hannah, what is your best offer? What can you offer me? for my car?
$10,100.
Okay, so $12,100.
No, 10,000.
Oh, I kind of like the 12,000. Okay, good. So $10,100. Okay, so Jose, looking at the three offers, what is the best offer so far?
Yeah, 10,000 in $100.
Right, so $10,100. Okay, so obviously I'm going to sell my car to Hannah because she's offering the most money. Okay, so that's one example of the best offer. Okay, now here's another example of it. Let's say that I do not have three buyers. Let's say that I have one buyer. Okay, all right, the example is still the same. I'm still selling my 2010 Honda Accord. Okay, I'm asking $12,000 for it. Okay, so Jose, you are my buyer. Okay, so what is your best offer?
My
Now
best
remember,
offer is $10,100. Is the only offer that I have.
okay, so that's the only offer. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so if I have several buyers, that's fine. I take the best offer from my 3 or 4 sellers or buyers. If I just have one person, then I just negotiate with that person and I say, I'm asking $12,000 for the car. What is your best offer? All right? Good. Let's try another example. Let's do another role play. But this time, you're going to come up with your own example. All right. Eka, what car are you selling? Tell us the year, make, and model of the car that you are selling.
Okay. What car? Nissan Note. 2012 model.
Okay, so you have a 2012 Nissan Note.
Mhm.
Okay, very good. Now, let's ask Eka some questions about his car. Remember, in the beginning of the class, we talked about some things that it's important to know. Okay? All right, very good. So let's start asking Eka some questions. All right? Hannah, what questions can we ask Eka about his car?
Did this car have some accident before?
Good. Okay, Eka, what's your answer?
There's no accident. There were no accidents, so don't worry.
Okay, good. So that question again is, has your car been in any accidents?
It hasn't. Don't worry.
Okay, good. So no, it hasn't. Very good. All right, Jose, what other questions can we ask Eka?
And maybe that how many miles do you have?
Yes, I guess it was driven 50,000 kilometers.
Okay.
Okay, good. So 50,000 kilometers. All right, good. Okay, so you could also use this expression, Eka. Very good answer. You could also say it has 50,000 kilometers.
It has
Okay.
50,000 kilometers.
Right? Or you could also say, sometimes here in the United States, they will tell you how many city miles or kilometers and how many highway miles or kilometers. Okay, there's a big difference. In the city, you're going to stop and start your car often because of traffic. Right, so you're going to use your brakes more, you're going to use your accelerator more. Okay, but if it's on the highway, okay, that's different. Okay, so you're not going to use your brakes as much on the highway as you would in the city. Okay, very good. Anna, Anna, what other questions can we ask Eka?
Mm, I I don't know at the moment. Other question. Mm, mm, no, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, so let's review what we have so far. We've asked about if it's been in any accidents. We've asked about the mileage. Okay. Now, before we buy a car, what do we need to know about it? What else do we need to know?
The price.
Yeah, very good. All right, so let's see. Jose, ask a question about price.
Okay, I like to know how much are you interested for your car?
Yes, the fair market value is $12,000, but I discounted to $1,200.
Good, good. So good. So you told us the fair market value. Okay, so the fair market value is, how much did you tell us the fair market value is?
Like your car, same price as your car.
Okay. All right, so let's say it's 13,000. Okay, so the fair market value is 13. You could also say, but I'll take, and you said, let's say 1,500 less, so maybe 11,500. 11,500 for it. Okay, good. So we want to get some of the vocabulary in there. Okay, so what is the asking price? You also mentioned fair market value. All right, very good. Okay, so Eka, okay, very good. Nice job. Okay, so then Jose, if you are negotiating with Eka, he says that he'll take 11,500 for it. Can you make a best offer? What's your best offer, Jose?
Yes, I'm very interested in your car, and then, but I don't have all the money for that. But I can give you $10,000.
Okay. I think consider your request. I price down the. How about 10,000? 500. How about it?
I think that probably the car, that's the value, but I don't have the money. The only money that I have is $10,000, and then take it or leave it.
You can use kind of loan.
Okay. All right. So good. So let's try. My best offer is. Okay. My best offer is $10,000. All right. So good. So let me stop you there. Okay.
My best
good.
offer is $10,000. I don't have.
He said, I don't have any more. Good, good. Okay, so you want to use that type of language. Very good. All right, guys. Well, we've talked about quite a bit of vocabulary for today's lesson. All right, so what I'd like you to do is to try to review some of the words and try to use them the next time you're talking about buying a car. Well, everybody, thank you for coming into class today. It was a great lesson. Thanks for your participation. Hopefully, I'll see you again really soon. Bye-bye, everybody.
Thanks very much.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, teacher. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.